The EU-CONEXUS is about sharing our cultures, and a large part of a country's culture derives from its literature. As the 9 EU-CONEXUS countries hold an integral part of world literary history, that's what we will be discussing today. Let's begin! Let's start with the world leader of the Nobel Prize for Literature, France. You have probably heard of Arsène Lupin, Zygomar, the Phantom of the Opera, and many other great fictional characters that originate from France. But we will concentrate on Fantomas, the criminal with 1,000 faces, which was an international success at the time. So successful, in fact, that writers from all over the world wrote their own Fantomas stories, like the Argentinian writer Julio Cortázar. This Argentinian version has the story of Fantomas against the whole capitalist system, and it's how a French criminal protagonist fought capitalism. Mihai Eminescu is a romantic poet and the most representative author of Romanian culture. One of his poems stands out as the longest love poem ever written in the world, 94 stanzas long. Its name is Luceafărul, translated as the evening star by some and as Lucifer by others. It is considered as Eminescu's masterpiece and also as one of the last works completed and read publicly by Eminescu himself before his debilitating mental illness and hospitalization. Cypriot literature can be very complex, as it is an island that has been very much divided throughout its history. You can find productions from antiquity like Cypria, an epic poem attributed to Stesinos. Also during the Renaissance, a lot of writings were in Old French, and nowadays poetry and literature in general are most likely supplied in Greek. If you go to the main entrance of Zadar's University, you will be facing the statue of Miroslav Karleja, probably the greatest Croatian writer of the 20th century. One of his most famous works is the ballad Petrice Kerempua, composed in the form of 30 poems spanning a period of 5 centuries, where he recounts the tragic fate of the plebeian prophet Petrice Kerempua. In these poems, he has, in a way, created his own language from his dialect, mixed with Latin, Hungarian, German, Italian, and Stokavian Croatian. How not to mention Don Quixote de la Mancha when we talk about Spanish literature. One of the most read books ever, published over 400 years ago, and translated into more than 50 languages, the best-selling fictional book of all time, it even inspired some of the biggest artists, all art combined. We hope you have been able to discover some interesting anecdotes about the literary culture of some of the countries of the EU-CONEXUS. But do not close the book just yet. Let me tell you some more stories in the second part of this video coming soon.